We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here above the 430 area and breaking through key support levels in today's volatility. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 10:35 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision. And put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow and what's going on with the inflow versus outflow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 9:50 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 160% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see it popping up there within the screen, within the options chain, some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the rip area to the dip area in today's volatility. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bear indicator since the pre-market up here at 435.26, and it's been actually dominating over the chart all day, and now coming back down to a key support level here that we've talked about in previous videos, which is the 430 area. It was fighting here in the middle of the day to stay above 431.50, broke through it, and here it is in the live action, sitting at around the 430.60 area, and a full transition on the 30-minute from the rip area to the dip area has happened from yesterday to today. Now, if we go ahead and zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could go ahead and see here in the bigger picture, a bear indicator popped up here in the open at around the 435 area, rejected it. It was a crucial area to be used as support to push up even higher. It didn't, and it actually turned into resistance, rejected to the downside, and a full transition again from the rip area to the dip area from yesterday to today. And it is fighting here to stay above the 430.50 area, the 430 area, right? So that's a crucial support here. If that gets broken through, it's definitely something to not ignore here within these charts and pay close attention to going into tomorrow, right? Definitely something to not ignore within today's volatilities and at these levels going into tomorrow. Now, if we go ahead and zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, we could go ahead and see here it's been under a bear indicator since yesterday at the 436.30 area. Tried coming back up, rejected off 436, and in the live action after the bell, it had trouble staying above 435, and it's been dominating this bear indicator and the weakness throughout the day, coming all the way down to a key support level here where that bull indicator popped up back on Monday at around the 430.60, 430.70 area, right? So definitely something to not overlook here, and it is fighting to try to hold support here in the live action, and it's going to be crucial and critical for the bulls to try to reappear and bring this back up and cancel out this bear indicator and try to roll that strength over from the 15-minute into the 30-minute and 1 hour as well. Now, we're going to look at the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow and what's going on with the inflow versus outflow in today's video. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, having outflows dominate since the pre-market and for most of the day in today's trading day, and it continues to dominate even though it switched from red to green, and it is sitting at negative 3.41. Outflows dominating, but it continues to try to bounce here from the 430.50 area in the live action, right? It's trying to come back above 431, and it's trying to use 430 as support. And that's going to be something to not ignore. And inflows are trying to reappear in the second half of the day here. And it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to continue higher towards the midpoint and possibly even cross it to signify any further strength into these charts. And also, even though it comes back up, it needs to cross the midpoint. If it doesn't, outflows are still dominating and definitely something to not overlook. Now, if we go ahead and zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could go ahead and see here in the bigger picture, outflows have been dominating since the pre-market and all day, and it's down here at negative 5.85, some of the lowest outflows that we've seen in the last several days and weeks. The most recent one was negative 4.9, and it's sitting at 5.8, right? Negative 5.8. Definitely something to not ignore. And I'm going to be watching, could these outflows level off and switch from red to green, pushing back up towards the midpoint to start reflecting any possible strength into these charts. So definitely something to not overlook here in the bigger picture. Now, if we zoom in and look at this from the 15-minute within the volatility, we could see here how the outflows have been dominating all day. And even when they try to come back up, they do not get anywhere close to the midpoint, and outflows are dominating and pulling further away from the midpoint to the downside, hitting outflows here today so far of negative 3.18. Definitely something to not overlook. If the bulls want to try to reappear and have any strength into these charts, they need these inflows to pick back up, cross the midpoint to possibly reflect strength into these charts. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys. And the first support level is the 430 area. I'll be watching if these outflows continue to the downside here on the 30-minute as well. This is the 15-minute chart. I'll be watching if these outflows pull down even lower. You could see it there in this bar. It just switched from green to red. It's pulling downwards as well. Definitely something to not overlook. And if it continues pushing down lower, the next support I'll be watching is the 428 area. Then below that is the 425 level. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical, as I stated, for these inflows to pick back up, head towards the midpoint, cross over it, reflect that strength into these charts, and bring the 30-minute with it as well, rolling over that strength into the 30-minute, canceling out those bear indicators with possible bull indicators, and the first resistance is the 432.50 area. Then above that is 434.50. And if that gets broken through, then I'll be watching the 436 to 438 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial. And the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them. I'm going to be watching them very carefully going into tomorrow. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And let's make some money.